The Apple Pencil is the go-to stylus for artists and graphic designers, but with iPadOS 14, Apple has added a series of new features that make it more useful for others too. The Apple Pencil itself is now on its second generation, and it offers a low-latency drawing and writing experience that anyone who owns a pencil will love. Interested in getting the most out of your Apple Pencil? I've been trying to learn everything there is to know about the device, and have a number of tricks up my sleeve that you might get use of. Here's everything you need to know about using the Apple Pencil. Note that I have an iPad Pro with iPadOS 14 and the second generation Apple Pencil, and some of these tips might require the same setup. I'll try to be clear with compatible operating systems and devices as we go. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support my work and I would appreciate that support. Pairing the Apple Pencil with your device is very easy, though how you do so will depend on the model you have. To pair the first generation Apple Pencil, take off the bottom cap and plug the pencil into your iPad. A prompt will appear on the page and you'll be able to tap the pair button. To pair the second generation Apple Pencil, which is the model with a flat edge, simply attach the pencil to the iPad Pro or compatible iPad Air. Then tap pair when the prompt appears on the screen. This is also how you'll charge your Apple Pencil, by plugging it in or by magnetically attaching it, depending on which model you have. When you use the Apple Pencil, there's a palette of options you can use. With iPadOS 14, the first option is the Scribble tool, which we'll get into a little later. The second is the standard drawing tool. The third is the highlighter tool. The fourth is a colored pen tool. The fifth is the eraser, the sixth is a selector tool, and the seventh is a ruler that you can place on your screen. It's a solid selection of tools, and it's worth experimenting with each one to get an idea of what it can do. You don't necessarily have to tap on the screen to change tools though. In most apps, double tapping the pencil will switch you to the eraser. However, developers can change that for their respective apps. You can change the feature though by heading to Settings, tapping on the Apple Pencil, and tapping on the option you want, between switching to the eraser, the last used tool, showing the color palette, or nothing at all. The Apple Pencil, to make for a realistic experience, is pressure sensitive. If you're using a pen or pencil tool, pushing harder will make for a thicker line. You can also tilt the pencil to shade in a drawing or note. That's a nice touch, and it helps make for a more natural feeling pencil. In iPadOS, the Apple Pencil has gained a ton of super useful abilities. Perhaps the most useful of these is the new Scribble feature. Scribble essentially allows you to handwrite using the Apple Pencil, and have that writing turn into text. It really works quite well, and while you will need to get used to how it works, that shouldn't take too long. To get started with Scribble, grab your Apple Pencil and select the new Scribble tool in the palette of tools. You'll then be able to handwrite on the screen, and that writing should turn to text. You can then edit, copy, and manipulate the text like you would any other text. Also in iPadOS 14, you can select handwriting without it turning to text at all. After you've written something, you can simply press on it and move the little tabs to change your selection. Then you can copy it, delete it, or even copy it as text. iPadOS has a number of new detectors that can detect things like phone numbers, URLs, addresses, and so on. You'll know that this data has been detected because it will be underlined. Then, for example, with a phone number, you can tap on the number and you'll be presented with options to call the number, add to contacts, and so on. Other data will present different options. For example, you'll be able to open a URL in Safari. Last but not least of the new features in iPadOS is shape recognition. This one is pretty straightforward. Draw a shape in your app of choice, and once you've completed the shape, keep your pencil on the screen for an extra split second, and your iPad should make it look like a nice shape. Thanks again for watching this video, and again, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if it was helpful to you. You can get the Apple Pencil for yourself using the links in the description. My name is Christian, and I'll see you next time. See ya.